This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
The grand opening of Sportsmans Warehouse is set for February 23rd, while Winco Foods has yet to announce an opening day. Seattle's mayor says the city will remain a sanctuary city despite President Trump's orders signed this week. Portland's police chief says he won't resign after calls for him to step down following Friday's protest.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The grand opening of Sportsmans Warehouse is set for February 23rd, while Winco Foods has yet to announce an opening day. Sportsmans Warehouse fills the last spot at the Moses Lake Town Center off North Stratford Road. A soft opening is tentatively scheduled for February 17th and the official grand opening February 23rd. The about 23,000 square foot store offers hunting, fishing, camping, and shooting merchandise. The company previously announced they're expected to hire about 50 employees. While Winco officials have not announced an exact opening date, officials with WorkSource Central Basin told iFIBER 1 News the timeline of hiring employees and completing orientation would likely put the opening date somewhere in late March. Winco officials have said construction, which started in June, takes about 9 months, but can vary depending on weather and any delays. The company is reportedly looking to hire about 170 employees. Some openings have already been posted on the WorkSource website, and more will be posted each week. Interviews are expected to happen in mid to late February and employee orientation in March. Anyone interested should register and apply online with WorkSource at worksourcewa.com. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Shortly after President Trump signed the order to strip federal grant money from sanctuary cities, Seattle's Mayor Murray called it the darkest day in immigration history since the Japanese internment of World War II.
Mr. President, I have a message for you. Seattle has been here before. We've experienced this dark history before, and we have no intention of going back there again.
Remaining a sanctuary city means Seattle police and other city agencies will not help the feds seek out undocumented immigrants unless they've committed a criminal offense. So Seattle police could lose $10 million in federal money. How much federal money are you willing to lose to make what some are calling a political point?
So, first of all, I don't think it's a political point. I'd invite any of you to visit kids in our school. Our public schools are undocumented. I'm willing to lose every single penny to protect those people.
Early estimates show that's $85 million in federal money out of a $5 billion budget. Is that fair to the 500,000 people who live in Seattle?
Well, actually, we're almost 700,000, but it is fair to them. Because if I know anything about this city I have spent my life in, is we care about each other and we care about civil rights.
The president says he wants immigration officers to focus on deporting criminals. But in Seattle, many families are living in fear.
So people need to be prepared about who's going to pick up their child if they get detained by immigration, who's going to take care of them. The person needs to be in immigration detention for a period of time.
Am I going to resign? No, I'm not.
That answer coming as no surprise tonight. Despite threats of more protests if Chief Mike Marshman wasn't fired. He's standing by his decisions from Friday night, and today he sat down with us over at Central Precinct.
The protests aren't the problem. Free speech, get your permit, we'll help you do it successfully to get your message out. That's not the issue.
The issue, he says, a criminal element, not the cops.
It's a very small criminal element that seems to want to hijack some of these protests and cause the damage. They got the goggles, they got the shields on themselves. I just think they want to come battle the police.
Marshman tells me officers had mortars and bottles thrown at them, some even seeing burn marks through their uniforms.
To me, that's not protesting, that's just criminal behavior. And we have an obligation to stop that.
Overall, he says the least amount of force necessary was used after making tweaks from those protests we saw just after the election with widespread vandalism. As for what's to come, promises of, quote, shutting down the city, scattering groups around town, the Bureau is watching closely and with limited resources.
We don't have a bunch of police officers on standby, right? So I'm pulling officers, I'm pulling detectives who are not investigating your home burglary. I'm pulling detectives who aren't investigating bank robberies.
That said, the chief wants you to know this.
we will do our best Wednesday to keep the city safe and moving.
Cloudy this week. From the iFIBER One Weather Center, I'm Jeff Slakey taking a look at the basin's forecast. For Monday, 36 and clouds. Mostly cloudy for Tuesday and the rest of the week. The highs are going to be in the low 30s. The lows are going to be in the low 20s. No real change through the weekend. For iFIBER One, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER One News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.